Welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Cincinnati Reds. It is September 1st, 2033. We are now 13 years into this world. We're on year, 4 with the Reds? Yeah, year 4 with the Reds. We came off, we've won the division 3 straight years. We took over the Reds after this 58 and 84 season. We went 84, 101, 106. We're taking a step back this year, but we are still in first place. It is September 1st. We got a month left, and you can see where we stand. Our offense is still just chugging along. Our 2, 3, 4 hitters are really carrying the load. We do have some pretty decent performances from some other players, though, so I am pretty happy with the way our offense is performing. Our pitching staff has been okay. Not great, but okay. We're 3rd in runs against. Our bullpen is 4th. I was expecting it to be a whole lot better. Tony Stewart is getting hit a bit harder this year than he has in previous seasons, but still on pace for a 3-win season. Another 100 innings pitched, another 180 strikeouts. So our bullpen hasn't been as good as I would have liked. The Greg Ring experiment hasn't worked out. We traded for him, and he got hurt almost immediately, and he hasn't been very good since coming back. But yeah, offensively, things look pretty good. And we're not going to dive too deeply into the batting stats right now. We'll wait until the end of the season to do that. But I mean, you can see Adin Zumaya is already at 7.3 WAR, on pace for a 9+ WAR win season, 188 OPS plus. Guzman has been, every bit as good as he's been each year we've done this. Injuries have affected him a little bit the last couple of seasons, but he's still on pace for 7.5 WAR. Wander Franco has been terrific since coming over. He's a 4-win player. Bregman's bounced back nicely. Josh Sanders is up to 2 wins, 107 OPS plus. He's got 28 home runs. He's doing what we wanted him to do. His defense hasn't been particularly good, but he's absolutely given us another power bat in the lineup. And then you can just kind of see everybody else. Like I said, we'll dive more deeply into this when the season's over. But yeah, so let's jump right in and let's get through the last month of the season, and then we will. And I am going to sim the last month because it's close. I've said this a couple times now, but we're in a dogfight. Got a 3.5 game lead over Milwaukee, 4.5 game lead over St. Louis. You can see we've lost our last 4. Milwaukee's lost their last 5. And it is roster expansion, so let's do that first. Let's make sure that we have expanded said roster. We can call up one player, and I guess it's going to be Aguilar. Let's get that extra bat back in the lineup, I suppose. I don't want Howard starting every second game. All right, now let's do this first. Let's go here and here, and then let's change this back to that. All right, so now let's get into the schedule and start playing. We had a game against St. Louis. Like I said, we've lost 4 in a row, and we win our first game of the month 9-8. And again, I don't think I'm actually going to play any of the games in this episode, assuming we make the postseason. Kind of burned myself out on that. I did some offline stuff where I played a bunch of games, and it just sort of burned me out a little bit. So I'll probably get back to it at some point, but just not right now. So Bregman homers, Zumaya homers, Guzman homers, Fujimoto gets the win. Pena gets hit pretty hard, but Takelet comes and gets the save. So we pick up the first win of the month. That's good. And we bounce back with a 1-0 victory here. Only run driven in by Guzman. Burke was fantastic. Burke has been really, really good since we picked him up. 4-0 with a 2.91 ERA. He's already at a 1 win through 8 starts. So that was a good pickup for us. Good pickup for sure. Game 2 at Cleveland is a 6-1 win. So we're 3-0 coming out of the chute here in September. Sanders knocks in a couple. Franco homers. Green picks up another win, even though that ERA is still sitting close to 5.5. Game 3 is a 6-1 loss. Now we have 4 games in the desert against Arizona. 9-0 victory. So Francisco Lindor with 500 home runs in his great career. He was actually with Cincinnati right before we took over. 500 home runs and just under 2,900 hits. And he's still going strong. He could end up at close to 600 if he keeps up the rate he's at. Caleb Raines with, and he was somebody we went after, I believe, wasn't it? Yeah, he was a free agent that we went after, and he is already hit his 300th home run. Oh, good for him. 9-0 victory. Cardinal, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Coliano, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Aguilar with a pinch hit home run. Sanchez gets the win. Nice. So a couple of good starts in a row by our pitching staff. 3 out of the last 4 games have been really good starts. 2-1 loss. (7-6) victory in 10 innings. 3 hits from Coliano. Another pinch hit RBI from Aguilar. Is that a pinch hit home run from Sanders? It is in the 8th inning. Burke doesn't pitch well here. Stewart comes in, does a nice job. Pena gets the win. Medellin gets the save. He's been so much better out of the bullpen for us than he has been as a starter. Final game of the series against Arizona. Ooh, so we win-loss, win-loss. So we're 2-3 in our last 5. Come home against Pittsburgh. 5-3 win. Once we get through the series, we'll take a quick look at the standings. Oh, we lead the division by 7 games. Okay, so we've extended our lead here significantly. Zumaya, 2 hits and an RBI. Sanders hits his 30th home run. De Leon, the rookie, picks up his 8th victory of the year. Excuse me. 6-0 loss. So again, this whole week, we're 3-4 that week. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Final game against Pittsburgh is a win. So 4-4 in our last 8. We are alternating wins and losses over the last 8 games. Bregman has 2 RBIs. Tamar Johnson goes 4 for 4. Coliano hits his 26th. Fujimoto with the win. Let's keep on trucking. Another win. So that's the first time in about a week and a half we've won back-to-back games. We were down in this one 4-3. We scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Sanders with 2 more home runs. Ingram, Medellin, and Takelet all pitched shut at perfect baseball. It's 5 perfect innings with 8 strikeouts out of our bullpen. Can we make it 3 straight? No. All right, let's take the series against Philadelphia. No, we don't. Okay, so we lose 2 in a row. So we go 7 games where we lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. Then we win 2 in a row and then lose 2 in a row. So we are very up and down right now. We have a 5.5 game lead over Milwaukee. 7 game lead over St. Louis. Yeah, I mean, we really want to win the division. You know, we don't want to be dealing with the wild card. So hopefully we can hang on here for the next 2 weeks as we got 3 games on the south side against the White Sox. First game is a 3-1 victory. Howard homers. Sanchez picks up his 11th. Game 2. An 11-5 win. Guzman, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Sanders with a grand slam. Wander Franco, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Fujimoto is 14th victory now. So he'll get a shot at 15 or 16. 2-0 win. So we sweep the White Sox. 3 hits for Franco, has that average up over 300. Another home run for Sanders. Yeah, I mean, the average isn't there. He's only hitting 232, but you know what? I mean, he's got a 500 slugging. His OPS is over 800. OPS plus is a 108. He's 2.4 WAR, and that's with a pretty bad defensive showing. So he's been a fairly valuable player for us. We got him for next to nothing. 2 games at Kansas City now. First one is a 4-2 win, so that's 4 straight wins now for us. Bregman hits his 21st home run of the year. Green is 14-10. He has not been good this year with that 5.58 ERA. Can we make it 5 in a row? 21-4. We blow out the can. Look at the 42-104. That is a bad baseball team, folks. Guzman 4 for 6. Zumaya drives in 4. Howard has 4 hits, 4 RBIs. Lewis 3 hits, 3 RBIs. McClenny 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Wow, everybody got in on the show here. We had 2 home runs from Lewis, Zumaya, 2 from Howard, and Adame. So 6 home runs in the game. And De Leon picks up the easy victory, probably the easiest win he'll ever have in his big league career. And we could put this division out of reach, I think, right now. We have a 9-game lead. Okay. Division is basically wrapped up. So let's see if we can just put Milwaukee out of their misery here. We win 8-7 and 13. I don't know if that clinched the division for us, but it's got to put us close. Coliano's still only a 224 with 27 home runs. Lewis has seen his average drop all the way down to 218, which is a bit surprising given his contact, but, you know, we'll chalk it up to him missing an entire season. Fujimoto goes 3. Pena gets the win. Game 2 against Milwaukee. We have a 10-game lead now. Back down to 9. And the final game. It's an 8-3 win. So I believe we've clinched the division at this point. We haven't. Okay. Magic number's 3. So we went 8-3. Zumaya, 45 home runs, 143 knocked in. Lewis, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Sanchez gets his 12th win. We got him for, what did we get him for? Not much. Yeah, Jake Desmond, who has put up basically the same numbers he put up for us in St. Louis. So I'll take that. 4 games against Pittsburgh as we try to finish off the month here strong. We lose 7-4. Game 2. Game 2 is a 7-5 win. Bregman, 2 hits. Royce Lewis, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Sanders up to 35 home runs. De Leon picks up another win. Pretty good rookie season for Tony De Leon. 3 wins. A 3-win player, strikes out more than a batter an inning, has 10 victories on the year. Not a bad rookie campaign. Game 3 against Pittsburgh is a 3-2 win. Guzman has 2 hits. Bregman hits his 23rd home run of the year. Fujimoto wins his 15th. 15 and 6 for Atsunori Fujimoto. We win that game against Pittsburgh. So we win 3 out of 4 against Pittsburgh. We walked this one off in the bottom of the 9th. What happened in the 9th? Reached on an error by the catcher. Okay, so Burke goes out immediately. Okay, he's day-to-day. Bullpen came in, the back of the bullpen did what they were supposed to do. Takelet, Stewart, and Medellin came in and did exactly what they were supposed to do. Last game of September, and we aren't going to win 100 games this year unless we win our final 9, but it looks like we are going to win our 4th straight division title. We lose 6-3. All right, player development at the end of the month. Anything of interest? Some of our younger guys. None of them are any good, really, so who cares? Oh, he's pretty good. Well, he was our number 2 pick this past season, so he should be good. All right, let's finish off this season strong. We got 8 games left. Let's go like 6-2. Let's see if we can go 6-2 in our last 8. We win the first one 5-2. Lewis 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Green picks up another win. Final game at home against Washington is a 12-4 win. So I wanted to go 6-2. We're 2-0 here through our first 2 games, so that's a good start. A lot of action in this one. Billman a couple of hits, Bregman a couple of hits, Franco 3 hits, Zumaya, Franco, Bregman, Billman, Adame all have 2 runs knocked in. De Leon picks up his 11th. Day off, followed by 4 at Pittsburgh and 3 at San Diego to finish off our season. 4-0 loss. Followed by an 8-7 loss. We lose 2 in a row. So to get to my 6-2, we need to win the last 4. We win 9-2, and we're suffering a lot of day-to-day injuries here down the stretch. Zumaya, 5 runs knocked in, 47 home runs, 154 knocked in. Sanchez picks up his 13th. Final 3 games of the season against San Diego, we lose. We win. Zumaya, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Tamar Johnson, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. And the final game of the regular season, we'll take a look at stats, we'll take a look at prospects, and then we'll get to the postseason. It's a 4-2 loss. So we finished 95-67. Not bad. Not bad. We had a difficult July, but other than that, July and August weren't great. We're a 500 team in July and August. But other than that, we played pretty well. So I want to come back here in a second, and we will go over stats. We'll look at our prospects, and then we'll get to the postseason. I'll be right back. All right. Let's get to the team stats. Let's start with pitching. And it was an okay season. I mean, it wasn't great. I would say our pitching staff underperformed a little bit, truth be told. Sal Sanchez was very, very good. Wasn't anticipated that he would be quite this good. You look at his numbers last year with St. Louis and then what he did with us. I would say that is a pretty solid deal for us, a sub-3 ERA. Tony Stewart, again, was very, very good. Not quite as good as he had been in previous seasons. BABIP was up a bit. Strikeouts were down. Walks were up. Home runs were up. WHIP was up. Strikeouts were down. I mean, really, everything you want to be up was down, and everything you want to be down is up. So, that's a lot of use over the last 3 years, but he has been worth every penny. And then he's got a player option for next season, so we could opt out. We could be looking at a potential decision there. Tony De Leon, our rookie, 11-7, struck out more than a batter an inning, posted a 4 FIP. So he was slightly above average, but that's fine. Jared Burke was quite good after coming over for us. He's had couple difficult starts here down the stretch, but I mean, ultimately 5-1 and a 4.37 is fine. Nope, not going to complain there. Takelet's first year with us was a tremendous success. I mean, he put up a 1.5 ERA, struck out 73 and 50, gave up only 29 hits in 53 innings. He and Stewart combined they're just a challenge for any other team. Miller Green was not good, 15-11 with an ERA of 5.6. I mean, his FIP was 4.53, but you look at his ERA plus. I mean, he was decidedly below average this year. Innings were down, hits were up, home runs were up, walks were down a bit, strikeouts were down a bit. Per 9, both stayed about the same as BABIP. Yeah, he just wasn't very good. So he'll probably be the one that comes out of the rotation for the postseason. Fujimoto, I put up 1.6 WAR. Just a bit of a surprise. His home runs were up, walks were up compared to last season. But won 15 games, and I know you can't really judge wins, but I mean, he won 15 games, so I say he had a good year. Dubon, I want him to be a starter, but I don't know if the stamina is ever going to be there. We'll try again next season. Sorry about that. Yeah, so ultimately I'd like to make Dubon a starter. I don't know if his stamina is ever going to be enough, but, we'll try it again next year and see what happens. And the rest of the bullpen was just meh. I mean, Medellin was I think, better as a bullpen. Yeah, he was much better as a reliever than he was as a starter. Put up 3.7 ERA as a reliever, 5.6 as a starter. So his role is a bullpen arm, which is fine. And then everybody else was just okay. I don't know. Yeah, we don't have any money going into next year, and it could be that, we're going to be potentially down Tony Stewart next year as well. Bregman, we're probably going to walk away from after this season. The contact is down to a 50. I mean, he still put up 4 wins this year, so I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, but, we could potentially be in a bit of a difficult situation next year. Tamar Johnson, my guess is he's probably going to accept that option at $7.2 million, which is fine. I mean, if we have to go one more year with Johnson as an infielder, I have no problem with that. But if we don't win it this year, next year we're going to be facing some very difficult decisions. I mean, even if we do win it this year, we're going to be facing some very, very difficult decisions. All right, so offensively, 8.8 WAR for Adin Zumaya, 47 home runs, 157 knocked in. He's likely to win his second straight MVP with those numbers. Alexis Guzman was unbelievable. 335, 410, 593, put up over 1,000 OPS, 162 OPS plus. I mean, you can see the numbers here, but only struck out 36 times, walked 57, 29 doubles, 12 triples, 26 home runs, 52 stolen bases, and he's just a monster. Wander Franco was fantastic in the number 2 hole for us, 852 OPS, drove in almost 80, 40 doubles, 25 home runs. He was terrific. Talked about Bregman, good for almost 4 WAR. 362 on base percentage is down a little bit from where I would like it as a leadoff hitter, but I'm not going to complain when our 2, 3, and 4 hitters are these 3 guys. Sanders was good. Wasn't very good defensively. Got better as the season went on and ended up dead average OPS plus, but a really, really low BABIP, which tells me maybe he got a little unlucky. If he got a little unlucky and he can hit 250 next year, it becomes a ton more valuable. Coliano, slightly below average with the bat this year, but still hit 28 home runs. I mean, you find a catcher that hits 28 home runs and drives in 80, you hang on to him. Still put up 2.1 WAR, and his catcher's ERA was just over 4, which is fine. Jerry Howard, the other half of the catching tandem, had a better hitting season, 869 OPS, and his catcher ERA was under 4. So, maybe we have a decision to make next season. Maybe Howard becomes the starter and Coliano becomes the backup. I don't know. Or maybe we use one of them as a trade chip. I haven't gotten that far yet. Royce Lewis was okay in his first year back after missing all of 2032 with an injury. Put up 2 WAR. Was good defensively, and that's really all I care about. Shores up that middle infield defense. Any offense he gave us was a bonus, and he gave us 19 home runs. And then our bench was actually pretty good. Adame, Billman, Aguilar, Cardinal, and McClenny were all okay. Cardinal showed some pop in his bat. Aguilar hit almost 350 in limited playing time. Adame was very good defensively, put up almost an 800 OPS. So our bench was pretty solid. If we look at prospects, not a lot to look at here, but Moultrie finished the season in Double-A where he hit 300. So he'll probably start next season in Double-A, finish it in Triple-A, and then probably looking at a 2035 date for Eric Moultrie, which will be right around the time that Royce Lewis contract expires, so it's perfect. Whip McCartney was our first round pick in 2032. He'll start next season in high A ball. He's probably going to be fast tracked next year. He'll probably do high A ball and double A next year, start the following season in triple A. He could also be looking at 2035 as a start date. Yeah, that's my type of player right there. Ogas, high contact, no power, third baseman. In rookie ball, we got to get him out of rookie ball. Well too developed for that. We'll send him to high A. I don't know if he's ever going to, I'm not crazy about that hitting profile, so we'll see what happens. We could end up moving him. Bravo, he looks pretty terrible. Kunkel looks pretty terrible. Fernandez was in double A this year, and he's down to 2 stars. That stinks, man. He was our number 1 pick in 2031. He'll repeat double A, see if he can. I guess he'll repeat double A. And if he improves in double A, he'll move up to triple A next season. That's a bit of a disappointment. And I think that's it. Berganzi was a former high draft pick who is a bust. Yeah. All right, so we have to set our playoff rosters. I guess we got to sim ahead one more day. Now we can set our playoff rosters. Who's eligible? Who's not on the roster? Alex Bregman's not on the playoff roster. Okay. All right, we can just put Ring on the DL. We can bring Bregman up. Why would you not put You guys are dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Let's make sure all the lineups are set. Get Bregman back out there. All right. So pitching, we are going to take Miller Green out because he was the worst pitcher in our rotation this year. We'll go to a four-man. We're going to go seventh inning earlier for Stewart. We're also going to have Takelet as a stopper. He'll be eighth or later. We're gonna lean heavy on our bullpen here as well. So, Miller Green can come in as long relief, middle relief. So we're gonna lean on Takelet and Stewart here in the postseason. I think that makes the most sense. Let's get to the postseason and see how this goes. We've been so close. We're taking on the Mets. Taking on the New York Baseball Mets. The Mets defeated the Rockies in the wild card. They beat them 6-4. Division series. All right, so Sergio De La Rosa, who looks to be really good. Yeah, pretty good. He's a pretty good pitcher. 10-8, 3.82 ERA against our ace Atsunori Fujimoto. Let's see what happens in game one. We win 6-4. We get 2 hits, 3 RBIs, a couple of home runs from Franco. We get a home run from Bregman, a home run from Sanders. We get 4 home runs in this one. Fujimoto goes 5. Dubon and Takelet come in and pitch. Strike out 7 in 4 innings. That's how you do that. Game 2 will be Ruben Cortez against Jared Burke. Is that who I want starting game 2? Come on. All right, let's take a look at our pitching staff real quick. Okay, everybody's healthy, so we're going to do this. De Leon, Sanchez, Burke. Game 2. It's a 2-0 Cincinnati Reds lead. We beat them 4-2. Guzman homers, Zumaya homers. So we've got 6 home runs in 2 games. De Leon goes 6. Stewart and Takelet do their thing. So far, this leaning on the bullpen thing is working out. Game 3 will be Sal Sanchez against Josh McGilvery, who was 3-2 with a 3.75 ERA. Sal Sanchez, 13-5, 2.97 as we look to sweep the Mets here in the NLDS. Okay, we have players retiring. Good. And we sweep them. We win 5-1. Alex Bregman wins the NLDS MVP, goes 7 for 13 in the series. We had a ton of home runs in this series. We had 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 10 home runs in 3 games. Sanchez, Dubon, and Pena, so again, leaning on the bullpen. And that works, so we sweep the Mets. We're going to move right on to the National League Championship Series. We're going to be taking on either Philly or the Dodgers. I'd like to play Philadelphia. I don't want to play the Dodgers. Ring is eligible to come off the DL. That's wonderful. Dodgers are up 3-1. So it looks like we're going to be playing the Dodgers. Oh, we are going to be playing the Dodgers because it's a best of 5. Right. We'll quickly take a look at the Los Angeles Dodgers. They finished 92-70. They still have Mookie Betts kicking along over there. Mookie is now 41 years old and just another 5-win season for the 41-year-old Betts. 537 home runs, 3,200 hits. I would say that's probably best case scenario for Mookie Betts, but that is just crazy. He hasn't put up less than 4 wins in a season since, well, you can't really count 2020, since 2017, since his third full season when he put up 2.64. Wow. Mookie, good ball player. Yu Yi Lu still kicking around, the former Detroit Tiger great. 9 wins last year, 6.5 this year. All right. Their pitching's not very good. They have a lot of injuries, so that may be where we get them. So let's see. Game 1, Rob Wetzel against Fujimoto is a 1-0 series lead for us. We hammer them. We win 10-2. Alex Bregman, 529, 5 home runs, and 6 RBIs in 4 games. Zumaya hits a grand slam. Lewis homers. Sanders hits his 3rd. Fujimoto gets the win. They bring in Green and Teal because the game was out of reach. I'm good with that. Let's rest Takelet and rest Stewart as much as we can. Dooley against De Leon in Game 2. Tommy Dooley, 8-7, 4.87. Game 2 is another Reds victory, 7-6. They scored 5 in the 9th, and we walk it off in the 10th. Takelet gives up 4 earned runs in a 1/3 of an inning. Oof, that's not good. Bottom of the 10th, Aiden Zumaya walks it off in the bottom of the 10th with a home run. 9 RBIs in 5 games for the likely National League MVP. So we look for a 3-0 series lead now in it's day-to-day injury. Okay. We get a day off, then we go to Los Angeles for Game 3. Sal Sanchez against Danny Welch. Welch, 5-6 with a 4.83. Game 3 is another Reds victory. We win this one 2-1 in 11. Sal Sanchez, 7 innings of 4-hit baseball. They scored a run in the 6th, but our bullpen, Takelet came in, pitched much better after the debacle yesterday. Stewart strikes out 4 in an inning and 2/3. Zumaya with another home run. And we are 1 win away from the World Series. Can we sweep our way there? Jared Burke against Jordan Vera. Vera 11-4, 3.17. And we do. We are 7-0 in the postseason. We win this one 12-8. We were up 9-0 before the Dodgers even had the opportunity to settle into their seats. 13 RBIs in 7 games for Adin Zumaya. Burke doesn't pitch well, but our bullpen comes in and does. Dubon got hit hard, but Ingram, Teal, and Pena. And that's perfect because that means Takelet and Stewart both get a couple of days off here in between yesterday's 11-inning game and our next game. So we're going to the World Series, guys. We are going to the World Series against either the Cleveland Indians or the Columbus Pride. It is an all-Ohio World Series here. Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Columbus are the only 3 teams remaining. All 3 teams from Ohio. Who will we be facing off? And again, the Columbus Pride are formerly the Baltimore Orioles. So we'll either be taking on the Indians or the O's. Cleveland Indians. All right, let's take a look at the Indians. #101 win at Cleveland Indians. Best pitching staff in baseball. Offense middle of the pack. Jeff Murray is a beast. 39-112. Wow, look at their pitching staff. Josh Kleinhans, 19-6. Israel Valencia, 17-6. Eric Pickens, 10-6, and Jared Cox, 12-12. They have a really, really good rotation. It's going to be a tough one. This is going to be a tough one. We're going to be sending Fujimoto out there for his 3rd Game 1 of the playoffs. Let's see what happens. And we win again. We win 9-8, so we are 8-0 in this postseason. Guzman, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Bregman still hitting over 400, hits a 6th home run. Bregman, Cardinal homers twice. Guzman homers twice. Stewart got the win. He gave up 7 hits in an inning and 2/3, but still picks up the win. Whatever it takes. Jared Cox against Tony De Leon in Game 2 against Israel Valencia, I guess, in Game 2. We are up 2-0. We win 3-1. Tony De Leon coming to play today. Guzman average up to 441. De Leon gives up 1 run in 7 1/3 innings. Takelett goes the last inning and 2/3. We are up 2-0 as we win both games in Cleveland. So now we have the next 3 games at home. If we can win 2, we win our first World Series. All right, game 3. We are up 3-0. We are 10-0 in the postseason. Alex Bregman, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Alexis Guzman, 3 hits and an RBI. Sanders hits his 4th home run of the postseason. Sanchez goes 6. Stewart and Takelett come in and shut it down. All right, here we go. Game 4. We have 4 chances to win 1 game. Jared Cox against Jared Burke in Game 4. And we win the World Series. We win our first World Series in our 4th year. We were dominant. We went 11-0 in the postseason. We swept the Mets. We swept the Dodgers. We swept the Indians. We left no doubt as to who the best team was in the major leagues this season. So there we go. We did it. We won the World Series. Let's go here. Nope. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's sim until it puts our logo up. There we go right there. The Cincinnati Reds are your 2033 World Series champions. And that obviously brings up an interesting point at this point, guys. What do we want to do now? What do we want to do now? I've got... I wasn't expecting to win this one when I posted my channel update video. So what do we want to do now? It is the beginning of the offseason in 2033. We could stick with the Reds and try to go back-to-back. We could take over another team and just pick up where we left off. Pick up the worst team in the league and pick up where we left off. The worst team looks like it would be the Kansas City Royals, 46 and 116. They have a couple of decent prospects, but they are terrible. So we could take over Kansas City and try to win it all. We'd go back to the same division and play the Tigers. We can stay with the Reds. We can go to Kansas City. We can just end it here. We can do sort of a world recap with the next episode, and maybe that'll give everybody a little bit of time to figure out what they want to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. So the next episode, we aren't going to do anything with the Reds. What we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at we're going to look back at the world and kind of how this world has developed over the last 13 years. We'll take a look at the Tigers. We'll take a look at some of our original seasons and reminisce a little bit. And then between now and after that video is done, you guys give me some suggestions. What do you want to do? Do you want me to continue in this world with Kansas City? Do you want me to continue in this world with Cincinnati? Or do you want me to do something completely different? It'll be once a week until the baseball season's over, so we still got plenty of time. Let me know. That's going to do it for this episode. A little bit shorter because I didn't expect to sweep through the postseason like that. But we have now been in charge of 2 teams over 13 seasons. We won 1 World Series with the Tigers. We won 1 with the Reds. Do we want to go for a 3rd team? Do we want to stick with the Reds? What do we want to do? Next episode, though, like I said, it'll be a recap of this world and the 13 seasons that we've played. So, guys, I appreciate you watching. Appreciate your support. And, again, let me know what you think I should do. Talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.